Welcome to NACE week number 7. We are on the Smash B team versus North Texas.
And I believe, if I remember correctly, both these teams are actually the same record right now.
Yes.
North
Texas is undefeated
right now. Are they
now.
undefeated?
They are undefeated right now.
I take it back.
Right now in the NACE conference right now. So we're going to have a tight game here. Definitely going to be one to stick around and watch.
It was last week. Last week was the one.
It'll be definitely be a very hard-fought game today.
I'm very excited to be here to commentate this one. As you guys all know, my name's Matthew, also known as Grimbo.
I am Thomas, also known as your boy TJ.
And it looks like we're going to be getting ready to get into the game right here about soon. Now, I'm not too certain about their characters. I do know that they have a NES and a Paramithra. Beyond that, I'm not too confident I know who they are.
NES and Paramithra, very interesting. I think we are going to go ahead, and it looks like we are blind leading Caden here for the hit off the start. And then I think we're going to go with stage selection through that, but I think we are leading off with the pit here.
Yeah, and I do think, I actually kind of like a potential pit lead. I think it's a relatively safe lead to choose. He kind of plays a lot of matchups similarly. And obviously, there is a difference between Dark Pit and Pit for certain matchups. But I think overall, Light Pit
is a little bit.
I think, in a majority of matchups, he is better. But Dark Pit does have a bit more volatile, I guess, tools. Like
he's a little bit more kill power, especially with that side B.
Side B, and I mean,
his
arrows, champions.
Arrows kills a little bit earlier, too.
Yeah, arrows killing much earlier is going to lead a lot more for edge guards. And if they don't, then they have to dodge the arrow, and then now you're getting edge guarded by Pit normally, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, you're kind of in a messed up scenario.
But then again, Pit does have those great arrows off stage just by himself, obviously having so much more control over them. So much deadlier on stage, especially if you catch one with the arrow dodge, you can get a kill just with one arrow connection.
Of course. I actually don't know who they're going to be starting. I assume they've already done stage selection and character choices, so we are going to see here very soon, I'm sure. Also, interesting name, Bother You Not. I assume that this means that they're on a personal switch. They're on not a... Okay, I mean, that's not uncommon. But just so you guys know, Man U is Manchester, Bother You Not is the other side, just in case there's any kind of confusion.
I think we're just waiting on another selection here. Obviously, with the limited matchup knowledge, however, we obviously do know that the team is probably very, very good, especially with the undefeated record. We're going to have to see playing through probably some tough.
Of course.
We are getting the blinds
Pikachu
here. They're going to be starting a Pikachu here for the blinds.
Now, I do think that Pikachu is one of the harder opponents for Pit to have to fight. This character is very mobile. He's very mobile. He has great combos. He has great edge guarding. And Pit, as a character, is relatively easy to edge guard. So I'm interested to see how he will deal with it.
Definitely going to have to see that. Pit having that linear recovery will be a little bit tough. I think we're just getting a lag test here. Getting a quick lag test in, obviously, but these will be the matchups we're playing. However, we are seeing the, obviously we'll have to watch out for this matchup. TJ will do a lot for this matchup, can bait out the reflector from Pit. I'm going to have to watch out for those grabs, as well as covering a lot of distance with that quick attack very, very quickly. As well as Pit being susceptible to the Nair loops, too, because of how floaty he is.
Yes, without a doubt.
We'll have to see what we can do in this matchup. Really going to have to play for those disjoints and not really force out. We're going to really have to force an aggressive but a kind of neutral heavy approach here, especially against the Pikachu, because that disadvantage state will be so tough to come back from. So we're going to have to see what we can do here.
Now, if I remember correctly, too, Pit arrows do go through shield, which is a really important interaction. Yes. And if they don't go through them, I know that Teach will bounce over them. So I do think that's a very important thing about this matchup because if your projectile can go through Pikachu's, it's going to be a little bit harder for Pikachu to kind of approach. At that point, it becomes a question of, okay, well, I either need to use T-Jolt to bait you into trying to beat it out, or use T-Jolt in order to bait you into something else entirely. And I mean, that's a bit harder. That's a bit of a harder thing when you are the Pikachu compared to other characters, because you're playing like a relatively immobile character. T-Jolt can be obnoxious to deal with. You have to either roll through it, shield it, or jump over it. And if Pikachu can cover like 2 of those options with falling there.
Yeah.
So
it is definitely going to be something that we're going to have to do some difficulty with, especially with those narrow loops. Obviously, lightning loops being super, super damaging, and especially against Pit. He'll struggle in that disadvantage state because unfortunately Nair isn't fast enough, and he doesn't have a fast enough option to break out of those lightning loops. So we're going to have to see what we can do on that front. But if the Pikachu doesn't know the lightning loops, because they are not an easy, they are definitely not an easy trick to learn. We're going to see what we can.
All right, we are now getting into the match, and I do think it is important to note that with the small battlefield, the stage is okay for Pikachu, but it's not insane. And I do think it's actually a pretty good stage for Pit, just being able to use it there.
Yeah, so they will clank with that T-Jolt with the arrow, which is a little bit helpful in the matchup. However, really have to watch that back air off stage. Obviously, he gets dragged by those. It'll be very, very difficult to come back from.
Right now, Pikachu just getting kind of standard advantage state, almost catching the jump right there.
Catching the jump with the lightning bolt. Will reflect the T-Jolt and get a little bit of value off of it. Again, kind of just playing patiently with those disjoints. Okay, so it seems to be it seems to be a perfectly timed thing if the T-Jolt will clash with the arrow or not.
Ooh, actually, hit the
spike hitbox.
I'm actually
on
really
the ledge, taking an early lead here. That hitbox so small. I never saw that coming.
I mean, not only that, but not to mention that has to be the moment that Pikachu lost the legend tangibility.
Yeah.
Which is like really important, like really good catch right there. Pikachu being a very light character. I guess he just like wasn't really expecting to have to try to
react to the spike hitbox. I'm assuming he was waiting to get sent up. Again, right pushing that advantage state. Great F smash. The first one clanking with the T-Jolt to beat it out and get the second hit on the connection.
And like the slow play with orbitals, just opting to go to ledge instead of like really trying to overplay.
Not really wanting to contest with that F smash too. That F smash stays out for so long. Covers both get up attack and neutral get up. It's so deadly on the ledge.
And a good delay on the up B right there too.
Barely gets getting clipped by that last hit of the fair. 82% here. Not a bad lead though. A good start here. Barely falls out of that back air. Takes 0.9% from that back air after he falls out of it.
Oh,
wow, great read with the F smash. F smash that 2 hits, avoiding that spot dodge. Great job with that. Taking another early lead here.
Oh, Caden's playing so well with this empty movement. Kind of baiting this Pikachu really well.
Yeah. They're really not wanting to play in that disadvantage state. Trying to get out of it and not wanting to play off of the ledge here. Oh, it does get caught by that F smash that we talked about. Does beat out that get up attack as well as neutral get up.
Yep. Although to be fair, that was the first time that the Pikachu really gone for that option, so it would be a good opportunity for Caden to look to start conditioning away from that.
Poke.
And Pikachu's just wanting to get this stock, just like looking, I do not want to risk losing another stock here. Wants to end the stock with down
Good DI on that up throw, not getting hit by that down B. Again, struggling to find an option here. Caden just playing so patiently to try to play, again, playing a very heavy neutral game like we talked about, not wanting to stay in that disadvantage state because if he pushes for an aggro approach and then gets caught out and puts in that disadvantage state, he will get punished for it. Again, just playing super slow, playing that neutral game.
Good spike,
not enough.
That's going to be an F throw. He's going to be off stage.
Trying to find an arrow connection, doesn't find it with the neutral air.
Going to get dash attack for his troubles.
17 to 103.
I do want to point out that Kanan's gone high with all of these edge recoveries, but
Say again, not wanting to get caught by that that thunder off stage. Doing a great job stalling out that recovery. Good job avoiding the F smash there. Space that.
it's going to be another F there. He's going off stage again. He's using side B to try to recover high.
Linking with one of the T-Jolts. Does get hit by that forward air.
He does go low yet
Going
again.
low, trying to avoid that down air. Doing such a
That's
great
back
job.
up again.
It does do it! We will go up 2 stocks! He will pop off with the Millie-Rock. I don't know what that was.
But even then, like,
he will Millie-Rock to pop off with the win there. We will go up 1 stock.
2 stocks.
Oh, we'll go
We're
up
up
2
2
stocks.
stocks.
He
Two
did
stocks,
not
he only
there.
dropped 1.
Again, played super patiently. Just played that heavy neutral game.
Yeah.
Wanting to approach.
And I really like that last bit of the game because obviously when you are Pit, you have this huge disjoint that you can use to your advantage. Obviously, Pikachu not really known to be not necessarily known to be bad against disjoints, but at least when it comes to like boxing and like looking for these kills, that is where a lot of difficulty of Pikachu comes from. So when you are playing Pit, at that point you gotta be like, okay, I play from this burst range. I play from I try to maximize my burst range, maximize how like where I can play safely.
Yeah.
And then just try not to overcommit. And we saw it right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of opportunities where, I saw a lot of players would probably like
run the aggro, but he did a great job trying to hold that neutral, really wanting to maintain that stage control. He played center stage so well there in that matchup, just holding it the entire time, not wanting to lose that stage control, knowing that if he loses that stage control, T-Jolt can run a mile a minute
without a doubt.
with stage control.
I want to point out also like the recovery too.
Great.
Obviously, as Pit, you have a very linear recovery, and Pikachu, a character known for having a lot of multi hits and a lot of really good edge guarding tools. And I really want to point out that he did super well, making sure that there are times he went high, times he went low, and then when he would go low, he would wait as long as possible to make sure that he's going to wait and try to bait him to go for a faster edge guard. And usually, because he waited so long, he was able to get back to ledge for free.
He would commit to that down air, and he would be able to get back to that ledge for free. I think we're going to see what they're going to send into the pit. Being up 2 stocks, I guess they will have to counterpick the pit here. They're going to have to figure out what we're going to do against that. Obviously, going to see what they're going to do against the counterpick for the pit. We do have a lot of options here for a follow-up, but with the way Skaden's playing, I think we can definitely see a couple more stocks out of him for sure. Play that patiently.
Ooh, a Kazuya
So they're
is
going
actually
with the
coming in.
Kazuya. Kazuya, obviously, such a good character, doing so much for...
Now, it's to my knowledge that this matchup is not great for Pit. Obviously, like, Pit does have a disjoint, and swords are tougher for Kazuya to deal with. But, I mean, with that being said, Kazuya has intangibility.
Yeah, because of how floaty he is, it's just so difficult to get in because of those Demon Wind Godfishes. Those approaches aren't as safe as they normally would be against a Shoto. So having to avoid them is so difficult in this matchup. And not wanting to get caught by anything that sends you at that awkward angle that Pit has to recover against. Very, very tough.
Yeah, right there, we actually see Kazuya go for a burp sack, not actually going to hit it.
Yeah, again, Caden just playing patiently, not really waiting for anything, kind of waiting for him to make a mistake at the ledge here. Again, not wanting to get caught by anything. Good DI there on that down air.
Okay, going to go as low as possible yet again.
So Pit does have the added advantage of being able to avoid laser off stage for recovery, so he doesn't have to worry as much about that. Does a great job avoiding that up B. Oh, the up smash out of shield will do it. 81% here. Still something we can find here. Try not to just get caught by any of these strings. Oh, Rager online. Have to watch out for that. Good up air.
What?
Up smash!
There.
Great stuff there. The drag down up air into the up smash. Not getting the read.
And like right now, I mean, like
stock.
having taken 4 stocks, you've basically done your job as a lead. But I mean, truthfully, you may have done your job, but your duty isn't done yet.
He can technically push this lead farther, and as we've been seeing, he's playing this well, utilizing that space on those disjoints, not really wanting to approach here. Hey, he can just hold that space.
What the heck?
Whoa! Don't know what that interaction was. That
I guess Kazuya's not
grab and the side B miss for some reason.
Yeah, that was very interesting, but
I don't know. I don't know the physics.
maybe because Pit like leans forward when he grabs, he like forced himself through Kazuya, and Kazuya's hitbox was through him as well. I don't know.
That's some weird smash jank right there.
Or I mean, right now Kazuya's sitting at 66%, Pit at 107. And Kazuya's looking for him to do a fair from ledge.
Looking for a get up option.
Be careful.
Does read the run up.
Oh, that actually reaches.
Barely reaches with that get up attack. Obviously not trying to get hit by a lot here. Almost anything could do it from Kazuya to avoid that. Because it sends at such a bad angle for Pit.
Trying to hit the F smash, not going to be able to find it.
Ooh, good
That's
super
the
on
side
the
B.
side B. Trying to hit him out of that.
That's
The
gonna be
rage
it.
drive will do it. But still, great stuff from Caden there. Taking 4 stocks. Manchester still up 1 stock going into the next game and having a good idea of a counter pick as well as some great matchup knowledge from that Kazuya as well. You know, from him, we definitely saw a lot of him not going off stage very much, especially against the Pit matchup, which I find very interesting. In the Pit matchup with that linear recovery, I feel, you know, Kazuya would definitely want to go off with those airs. Try to get something.
Well, I think the issue he was really thinking of is that if he went off stage, you know, he was really risking a reverse edge guard. And Kazuya has a similar situation to, I guess, K-Roll is a good example, except the caveat being Kazuya's recovery is much faster. But like at that point, if the Kazuya misses his edge guard, you know, Pit has multiple jumps, he can reverse edge guard, or if not that, he can just go back up to ledge, and boom, now he's in ledge trap scenario, and now Kazuya has to find a way to get off ledge against Pit. Which, I mean, Pit isn't, like, a huge, like, really well-known ledge trapper, but you're still Kazuya getting off ledge. Like, it's not really great. So I think that might have been why he didn't really go off ledge that much. But we will see.
Yeah, we also saw a lot of that down air at left, trying to cover multiple options, trying to cover the get-up option, as well as the jump get-up, all in one. But it is very high committal, and then you walk into it. So we did see a lot of that high committal option going for. It's not a bad option by any means. It's just very high committal. We're going to see what we're going to throw into this Kazuya here. Obviously, Kazuya, you know, best characters in the game, but we do have a lot of options to counteract. Something like maybe possibly a Palutena wouldn't be a bad option here.
Now, I might be wrong. It looks like it's Spencer, actually. It looks like it might be a Luigi going.
Okay, obviously, Luigi also wouldn't be bad because he does have great combos against Kazuya because he is so heavy, can build up a lot of percentage, and because of his weird, just janky, wacky hitboxes, he can get some stuff out of him, especially with that dash attack at left, kind of forcing off a lot of pressure on him.
And also, having a tether grab is really useful against Kazuya, because Kazuya, you know, although he does have a lot of intangibility in this kit, it's much harder to play against intangibility when you have a distance grab. So I think like this is a really good option. Yeah, it does look like it is very expensive. And honestly, on that note, Luigi Zero does exist. So,
It does.
From what I understand, this is probably one of the better characters. God,
I think one of the better ones. I think no, it's not as easy as or Bowser, but I think it's.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I like hiccup in the middle of what I was saying, but yes, like you know, he is a bit easier. But also, I think this is one of the easier matchups for Luigi when it comes to this crew battle. Obviously, if they have the Pyramithra, if they have the Nest, if they have the Pikachu, Kazuya, like if I was a Luigi player and my options were those 4,
I would take the Kazuya
every single time. Like, you can't play neutral against Pika, you can't play neutral against Pyramithra.
No.
Maybe you could do something to Ness, but like at that point, like it's hard because you just get so edge guarded. Yeah, it's hard.
Difficult. Especially with that linear recovery, that Nest down air.
Ness down air, that less nair.
It exists.
Ness can block your recovery with up B too.
Yeah.
Like use the tail end of it to get.
Or use the yo-yo jank against him.
Yo-yo jig too. I even forgot about that. But with that being said, we are going into the match right now. Obviously, Manchester up 1 stock. Manchester, North Texas. Pretty good scenario to be in, I think, if you're Manchester. So we'll see how North Texas plays it and how Manchester.
Yeah, take the laser off start here. Looking for something here. We do get the grab. We're gonna see what we can do with it here.
That's it. Oh my god!
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We see it. Just like we talked about Kazuya being that heavy character, that disjointed grab, that will do it. Ooh. That Kazuya has to play so careful now that he knows he's got that on deck. Will we see it again?
Again?
No!
Oh, he doesn't run forward. But even then, I mean, Kazuya gets an F smash, but it's not even space, so Luigi does get back to ledge for free.
Still 48%. I don't know if we
Yeah,
get that
no,
back.
he doesn't.
That
He does use the side B, or he does use the air dodge, unfortunately. But I mean, like, this is a good scenario
Great
to be in.
F-smash read there for the roll-in.
I mean, right now, we're just doing a lot of smash attacks as Luigi. I'd be a little concerned about it, but oh boy.
Some stuff.
And that's going to be it.
Do it. Kazuya with the counter. Kazuya will counter with a touch of death of his own. And he's throwing out these desperate F smash. Oh, the down B. To avoid that rage art. Really throwing out a lot of those F smashes.
Here's a tough situation to be in. Just going to up smash. He is going to rage drive through it. But Kazuya now at 148 and no rage drive.
48,
and
no
then
rage drive. The F smash will do it. There we go. We will go up 1 stock against North Texas.
What a big fun to
We will go up with the double touch of deaths that we saw there. Obviously, we saw the 0 to death from Spencer with that 1-touch grab combo. Incredible stuff there. And then we also saw a reverse touch of death from their Kazuya, who gave the follow-up with that Electric Demon Wind God Fist input into that stun, which gave them also a counter. We will still go up 1 stock, though. Getting that early lead with that TOD did actually help us a lot in that matchup. We're going to see what we can do going into the next game. Obviously, as we said, coming up, Luigi does have a lot of difficult matchups. I wouldn't be surprised if they probably send in the Pithra here, just because Pithra has so many good matchups that sending it in to beat up the Luigi and then going to the next game is not a bad idea.
Of course. I do think, honestly, Pyramithra would be really strong here. Right now, they do need to find a way to kind of regain a lead of some kind, and I do think Pyramithra is a really good character to do that, especially in a crew battle format. But to my knowledge, I think Pyramithra might also be their best player. So they might be worried about wanting to send it in too early.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think even then, I do think it is still the best option for them.
Yeah. I think honestly, at Rib, they got to figure out something. Us up 1 stock and still having the Luigi, who, as we saw, can still pull it off. We can take those stock leads. We can still take those stock leads. We're gonna see what we're gonna.
The other issue I would be thinking of is, do we really want our best player to risk getting 0 to death by a Luigi?
Yeah.
Because even if that player can win a set, it doesn't matter, because in 1 stock you have to figure out how that Luigi works before you get hit. And the moment you get hit, it's over. Potentially.
He can build up so much percentage so quickly. Or get a TOD. Again, we're gonna see what they're gonna send in here. Obviously the NES pick wouldn't be surprising either, but a little less competent into other matchups, because NES does have some matchups. So we would have to see what they send in here.
Well, without a doubt.
Obviously, they know that we have a Palutena, so the NES would be a good pick for the Luigi, but then obviously we just get the recounter pick with that. Ooh, absolutely. Yeah. So I think we're just waiting on a stage selection here from them to see what we're going to do. I know that, again, we're up one stock here. We're going to see what Spencer can do with that one stock.
A lot can happen in one stock.
He can definitely push that lead farther, depending on how we play it. Definitely going to see what we see here coming around.
I'm interested to see what stage they will end up going to. Obviously, they still need to hear probably what character what character the other team is going. But what depending on the character, that could go a wide number of stages. Obviously, they probably won't want to let Luigi get FD, but
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to take Luigi to Smashville either, unless you're NES, which maybe you do.
Maybe.
You don't want to really take him to Town and City unless you're Pyra Mithra.
Mithra.
So,
In which case, there. They are sending in the nest. So they are sending in the nest, which isn't surprising. Probably trying to save their next play. However, Spencer still does have one stock here. We're going to see what we can do. Push this a little bit farther.
fishing worms fires. Resetting the RNG. Okay.
Alright. We're going to go into it here. We're going to see what Spencer can get on off the start here.
Does get a jab out of the combo right there. It's really nice, but we are seeing a big advantage state from Ness coming in already.
Good nair to beat that out. Trying not to get caught by that PK firearm platform. That back air is so deadly.
There
Does a great job of avoiding that neutral air.
Nice use of fair in order to block
use the fair to beat that.
Ooh! Up B out of shield.
Ooh!
Not gonna kill, but 40% increase. That's gonna be it,
back throw will do it. I don't know if you can get out of that.
No, that is
Not at 150. Not at 153. But still, almost a kill there. But we will have a little bit of a matchup knowledge. We'll go into the NES pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we have if we send in the Palutena for the matchup.
I think Palutena is our fundamentally correct choice here.
Yeah.
And it looks like that. Looks like it is what it is going to be. Yeah, it looks like it is AJ over there.
Yeah, I think we are. Palutena pick. Rising. Obviously, Palutena.
Oh.
Dash attack and back air beating out tangibility. Not. They're like sort of. Like not.
They're
really.
like it's like butter knife dish.
I would say not
right?
really, but like they are. It's kind of hard to figure out.
Oh, hello, Devil GC. Good to see you again.
But yeah, it is definitely a very interesting. Definitely a very interesting match we're going. Yeah, we are going with the Palutena pick. Obviously, the fundamental. You have counter, you have auto reticle off stage. If you force the Ness into a recovery situation, you eat his double jump, then he can't.
Yeah,
he's done.
He's done. GG's, you got me. Unlucky. But I mean, honestly, at that point as well, is that we have, like in terms of neutral as well, as you mentioned, disjoints versus intangibility, or like small disjoints versus intangibility is always really hard. But like also from the advantage state side of Nest, I think it's hard to really kind of like Nest really likes linear disadvantages. It's going to let him get his PK fires and all that stuff. Probably has a lot of ways to play around that.
Yeah.
Especially with like teleport cancels and like obviously can come down with a back air, which stops basically everything if Nest wants to do. So
still also having Reflector online in this matchup too. Anything to turn around as well and avoid some of those PK thunders or something like a PK flash delay.
Right, now it does look like Jungle Japes.
No,
I like the Jungle Japes here. Jungle
think,
Japes seems kind of nuts.
I think we're going with the Jungle Japes.
the Jungle Japes.
We're going with the Jungle Japes matchup. We do have hazards on, so you do have to watch out for
the clap traps.
For the clap traps.
Are they snap traps?
Clap traps.
Clap traps? Okay.
It's clap.
I know Claptrap is the name of the thing from Borderlands.
No. Yeah.
But
I think
I don't remember
also,
if they're the exact same or if they were.
I think it's also Claptrap.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's also Claptraps. We're going with a small battlefield pick here.
Unfortunately, it's not Jungle Japes. It is probably a small battle.
Wanting the logistic platform.
Now, I do know that Small Battlefield is a pretty good stage for Ness. There's a lot of ability for him to kind of maneuver around. He has a lot of things with PK Fire on that stage. He can use it to get aerial PK Fire and then land on platforms in order to follow up with a drag down fair. And all sorts of other stuff. Jungle Japes was a classic. It was indeed a classic.
One of these weeks, we should see if we can gentlemen with the other team playing actual random and seeing what we can do with stage picks.
Well, I think this is their last week, I'm pretty sure, until playoffs.
Okay, I'd like to see if we can gentlemen a team in playoffs to play us in a random thing. I hope for the Great Cape Offensive every day.
I never want to see that stage. If I have to commentate Great Cape Offensive, I am leaving the booth. Let it be known. Anyway, we're going into it right here, right now. 6-6. Manchester with counter pick advantage.
All tied up. Going with the Hollow Bastion. Obviously a little bit better of a pick for Hollow. And doing a great job of avoiding those PK fires. Playing it with those disjoints and utilizing that back air.
Right now, AJ playing very well from this burst range. Kind of sitting back, letting Ness kind of whiff a lot of things and finding appropriate punishes for them.
That PK catch. I did not think.
But there's
great back air.
Yeah.
Beat out the up
beating out and auto again. He gets the 2 frame. There's the fair.
With the fair.
I mean, how does Ness recover? There's another 2 frame. That
there
fair
it is.
Not going to get the kill
Not
just
gonna do
yet.
it.
But that's
well.
Oh my god!
Good lead there. Only 79% here. Ness will have a little bit of a struggle to find something here, having none of those early percent combos anymore, as well as not having any instant kill options.
Right, and there is the teleport cancel I was mentioning earlier, making it really hard for Ness to kind of like figure out where you're going to be. That's going to be an up smash. That is going to get the kill.
Only 15% here. Gonna see what we can do. Again, resetting that neutral. Weird footstool there. I think that
very
was,
strange.
I think that was an accidental footstool there. That's just
interesting F smash
on the
options
ledge.
from Ness.
Think he would air dodge back to the ledge.
Would be a
great dash back into that forward air.
Right now, I mean, we need to play a little bit safer, I think. You gotta roll this, pal!
Oh, gotta roll. Getting hit by that up smash. That will poke if we don't do anything there. Really gotta roll out of that.
There's going to be another R record from long distance. I mean, right now, North Texas has gained the lead, but it is not a significant lead. It's definitely still playable for Manchester. That's going to be another down tilt catching him. Here's another down tilt. Not going to quite find it, though. He's not going to get the pivot grab as he wanted, but he is going to get a jab. And
a little bit of a jab. A little bit of percent there.
And
great back air for the kill.
Right now,
again, only 10%. Not a lead for Ness here. Hollow ties that right back up with the neutral air string.
There's going to be another down tilt.
I don't think he makes that back.
Recovery. He can.
Oh, he does make it back. Let's tech the up beef.
I mean, that is going to be 2 uppers right there. Really hard for Ness.
Percent from Kalu.
That's getting a fair into F smash. I can't imagine that is the correct input.
I think he was looking for maybe another forward air, but maybe he was looking for like a hard air dodge read.
That's going to be a down tilt back air. You'd like to see it. Ness at 91. Tough scenario to be in.
Going for an uppy there. Contacting. Edge option.
Catching the back air with another back air. Not going to hit the down tilt this time, but I mean, we are playing so safe and so slow. I really like this play right now.
Only approaching with those intangible options.
Yep, and just retreating back to that platform. It is a safe place. That's going to be a back air. That's going to be it.
That will do it. will do it. Manchester will continue with that one stock lead. Again, you saw, just like we talked about, a lot of that approach with the tangibility on that back air, just kind of doing all the work in that matchup, not really wanting to throw out any committal options. And again, like we saw, just countering that Ness recovery with that down tilt at ledge, which beats it out so easily, and then you can catch it just to beat out that option and then continue on and follow that up with that back air, which Ness has no options to beat out that are quick enough or can beat it out in general.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, that was really clean play that we saw from AJ, and there's a couple hiccups definitely. I mean, with the up smash on shield, maybe I think on the first PK fire, I just don't know if he STI'd out correctly. But regardless, I mean, besides those light mess ups in terms of play, I mean, he played it very cleanly. He sat at this sort of mid range. He was kind of waiting, kind of sat there, just kind of pressing back air at him, and Ness can't do anything about it.
All you really have to do in that matchup. I mean, you can really just kind of pressure him with that back air, and it doesn't really do a whole lot.
I cannot read that.
There was cheese you could do against a level 9 CPU Ness and Melee that you could instantly help unlock Marth on Jungle Japes. Oh yeah.
Oh, so
you could
topical
because you could throw him off and he would get stuck in the river, and for some reason it just didn't function with the upbeat correctly. So it would just go into the water, and then Ness couldn't do anything, and then he would just instantly fly off. And you could get Marth.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. It was really funny.
I don't play Melee. I played a little bit, like a really tiny bit, but that's the only Smash game that I didn't really play like.
I love Melee, but they butchered my favorite character, so I no longer play Melee.
You say they butchered it.
They butchered
You had a cheese strategy.
No, it's cheese based.
Based? Wobbling? You like wobbling?
Based.
Yeah, okay.
It is based. I love looking at someone dead in the eyes and doing this.
And what's it to the beat of?
You can do it to the beat of a lot of things. My favorite one is it's similar to CPR. So it's almost the exact same beat as that. So it's like you're giving the controller CPR.
I mean, yeah, basically,
just doing this.
Gotta take your palms like this.
Doing the
staying alive.
Yeah, you're just doing this. How's your day going? Good. Yeah. Oh, you're at 199? Okay. They have special kill.
That's not even they're like at least now, if that were a thing now, you still can't buffer a Nana F smash from the grab. I mean, you can now, but you have to do it when you grab them and not just
when I feel like it, I can.
Yeah, I think now we can F smash.
No, I can do it whenever I want. That's why it was awesome.
Okay.
And handoffs aren't as cool because you can't look your opponent in the eyes because you actually have to really pay attention because they're really hard.
I don't know. I think handoffs look cool.
Oh yeah, they're way cooler.
They look way cool.
They're way cooler in a style sense, but I love the hope and the joy leaving the eyes and soul of your opponent as you look them in the eyes and you go, congratulations, you've lost the matchup because I hit a grab.
Right.
And now you've lost the game because I'm clearly the better player.
But I have outplayed you, pal.
I have outplayed you with one grab because you made a shield mistake. Still, my favorite clip is when U2 King gets grabbed.
Interesting. We are not seeing the Aegis. We're actually seeing the Zelda.
They're going with the Zelda pick. Zelda, not a very high tier character, but I mean,
this character's weird because
they're good, but
they're playable. They're playable.
Yeah, into a reflector though is odd.
It is tough
because Phantom just kind of hurts.
They are probably thinking about the fact that we have a Ryu in the back. And that's probably what they're thinking. Maybe. I don't know for sure. Truthfully.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. AJ just kind of jumping a lot of those Phantoms. Still haven't gotten it hit yet. Kind of struggling to find an opening here for this Phantom.
Right now, kind of getting hit by almost every single one of these.
Yeah, just kind of getting caught out by a lot of these Phantoms.
But I think something to really note about Phantom is that first of all, Phantom, you can hit her out of it. But when you do hit her out of it, it's important to note that the first hit of it is a win box. There's no hitbox on it. So you can kind of run up on it, and at worst, it pushes you back, and at best, you get a punish on Zelda. But, I mean, that being said, we have a huge advantage from Palu coming out right now.
Yeah, again, this is kind of where you see that struggle from Zelda. Her disadvantage state has, like, no tools.
Oh my god, F smash!
F smash read! Forcing the reflector out there. Oh, wow. Doesn't
Actually,
catch it. But did
that must be, like, not to be spaced or something. I don't know.
I think he just pulled up.
Yeah, I think just the down tilt was in it. Ooh, yeah, but we're getting hit there.
I would have jumped up, gone for the counter. Hits me with the Phantom, it reflects it. He hits me with the move, it counters it. So
right,
I don't know. But again, we just saw a lot of that Phantom kind of just getting hit with it. I think he was just giving it too much respect, honestly. I think we just kind of need to push the Zelda out of it.
We were either respecting it too much, and I think we were jumping too much.
Yeah.
That's another thing about Zelda, is that Zelda has a lot of tools to deal with people who are jumping in.
Yeah.
Obviously, she has her up tilt, she has her up air, she has up smash even. Phantom in a sense does cover above as well.
Up smash out of shield. She also has that as well, which does counter some characters you don't quick enough. I don't think Palu has an option that's got up smash. It has to be frame 6.
Not particularly, but I mean, even then, like, you can do up smash on shield, or you can just hold the shield, wait for them to come down, and then you hit them with a back air, and they die at 30. So
again, we will be sending in something here. No, I don't know if Ryu has that great of a Zelda matchup, just because. But
if we had a Ken, I think Ken would be really good here.
Better, but I think Ryu's still not a bad option, just because he can put on so much pressure, and the advantage state is so much better than a lot of characters that it would just force Zelda.
I'm really interested in, though, the Shakunets and Nehru's Love interaction. Nehru's Love obviously being the reflector for everyone at home.
Yeah, Spinny Crystal.
The Spinny Crystal, and that's a reflector. So I'm interested to see how that interacts. I want to know if he has the time to Shakunets and then jump over it on the reflector and catch her. Maybe slow Hadouken.
I would say I think it depends on which one he throws out, because it's fast Shakunets, slow Shakunets.
Then there's like fast and slow Hadouken as well. I think
it might depend on which one he throws out. Again, Zelda also does have that option in this matchup a little bit that will maybe beat out some of Ryu's core options, because I know her neutral be pretty quick, and it is a decently often used burst option by Zelda. That obviously her just kind of spinning to get out of a pressure situation. I don't know how quick it is, and I don't know if it'll beat out a lot of moves from Ryu. Yeah, we are sending in the Ryu. Obviously, I think if we just kind of don't respect the Phantom in the matchup and kind of just put her in the advantage state, I think kind of just run with it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's really what you have to match up. We are going to small battlefield pick. Obviously not a bad. Hitboxes are once the smaller blast zones, as well as having those platforms to do a little bit of that platform rank as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I do think that right there we actually see a Hado versus Knight interaction. So
Caught out by the thing.
Ooh,
wow,
that looks kind of neat.
Does know that the win box is there. Again, just trying to get in for an advantage state here.
Right now, he has Zelda in a ledge trap scenario. Interesting option from the Zelda, going jump down air.
Okay, we'll beat out that Phantom.
That's
shield break!
Is that it? Kick!
That does not do it!
I think if he spaced it just a little bit better, he actually might have gotten the sweet spot there. I mean, regardless, Zelda is now sitting at 77%. This is not a bad scenario.
Tatsumaki won't do it.
It's gonna be an up smash.
For another.
Actually, that's not Tatsu. That will work.
Tatsu will do it. Okay, that Tatsu will do it. Only 57% here, too. Again, just kind of doing what we said before. Just not respecting that Phantom and not giving her the space. Kind of just pushing that advantage state.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, now that he has this lead, he is free to kind of play as slow as he needs. Right here, like just kind of waiting for Phantom, realizing that you
Ooh,
cannot
again
hit
with
me right
that low
here.
shield, she can't block anything.
He does get her dash attack off,
Getting
but
that dash attack
he
is
does recover high, and he gets it back for free. Ooh,
Did that like weird catch?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I was like thinking about the last play for that. Really nice
Good
block
DI
back,
on that
but-
F tilt. Good DI. Playing around that Phantom, just jumping. Right.
Phantom is going to try to cover the ledge. Not going to quite work. It'll be a down tilt, not much else.
Here, Zelda, a lot of options here. The Phantom will hit.
Oof. I mean,
Double
yeah.
connection. I mean,
I think the first Phantom kills anyway.
I think the Phantom killed, but I mean, might as well go for both, right? Might as well confirm that kill at like
Right.
183.
Ryu just kind of having to wait on ledge trap. Is it lagging too? I think it's lagging on their end.
Lagging a little bit.
Could be a down throw. Nair conversion. He's on the ledge. He has to get hit by the Phantom there.
Doesn't break the
Ooh, Hachimachi out of disadvantage. And he gets hit by a
Oh,
Din's Fire.
Din's Fire will do it. Hit him.
Oh, and that's going to be an outer shield. Not going to get the Shoryu. With another grab. Bella
does
getting
read.
2 up airs. Gets 51%. And he
That'll
does
do
get
it.
the Shoryu from jab.
Say the jab Shoryu will do it. Only 51% here. Obviously, Ryu can make this back really, really quickly. It does reflect the quick Hadouken. How about that
Recover.
Din's Fire?
He's going to Nair through the Phantom. Not going to quite find anything else, though. Up air from
through the
ledge.
stage. 40% here.
Still technically doable. I mean, this is definitely playable.
Well,
for
there's
Ryu.
the opening we needed. And kind of just beating out that
Back in
Phantom.
the ledge trap scenario. Gets a jab. Gets
Ooh,
a reset.
good read! And the great top.
90% on Zelda. Corbin's feeling himself. He wants to find this kill.
Oh,
That's going to be a Shoryu!
That will do it! And Manchester will go up 1-0 against North Texas, taking that game with that strong up tilt into the Shoryuken. Obviously, that's a certified Corbin moment.
Yeah,
He
without
does
a
that
doubt.
a lot.
He-
With that strong up tilt.
I do think he might be the best Ryu in the world at using strong up
Yeah,
tilt.
he does that so well. We saw again that conversion off of that strong up tilt into the Shoryuken. Again, we did see him. I think he maybe respected the Phantom a little bit too much on that second stock, and then that third stock he kind of just realized, if I jump approach her while she's charging that Phantom, she's got nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing she can do.
She's got nothing. And
At best, she gets a shield, and honestly, like, when you're Ryu, that's, like, relatively safe.
Good.
And honestly, even if you nair onto her shield like that, Phantom's gonna push you away
Yeah.
anyway.
Say Phantom may even push you away, and even if it doesn't, and you hit it, and you're in shield pressure, that's top for you. That's all you want. That's all you want with Ryu. We saw it right there with that shield break. Obviously, you put her in that shield pressure situation, she loses out to that. And, obviously, what you're gonna have to do is you just have to play. You have to play like that distance game with Zelda,
Yeah.
but that's hard in that matchup because you can get hit by that the Shakara Tsudoken as well as just kind of getting beat out by jump approach. We're gonna see what we're gonna lead here for the second game. I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see another pit move.
Yeah, I think honestly, Kane lead would be very strong here. We saw it do very well in the last game. The only thing that I really want to mention was the Kaji is a relatively strong pit, so I don't know if they will lead Pikachu. But if they, it actually looks like he's going to be lucky in Dark Pit instead.
We're locking in the dark pit. Obviously not a bad option. We saw a lot of arrow connections. I think if they lead the Pikachu again, I think Dark Pit's arrow is a little bit bigger. And I think that will always connect with T-Jolt, unlike Hit Arrow, which only connects with it sometimes if it catches like the
Right.
So I think that's probably what he's looking for. Again, I don't know if the pick into the Kazuya matchup is necessarily a bad thing. I think that that's also still a good option for the matchup. So I think honestly, Aiden might not have as good as a Kazuya matchup, but he still did get one stock with only one stock. So I think honestly, if they send in the Kazuya, that might not be necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm just really interested to see who they lead. Just because obviously if we do lead Pit, you know, there are a couple characters we did not see last time. We didn't see the Aegis last time. We didn't see we saw the Nest, we saw the
We saw a Ness, a Zelda, Kazuya, and a Pikachu. So obviously Zelda has a horrible hit matchup. I don't know why they would ever send that in, but
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes players transcend matchups.
I would say you can transcend a matchup, but that's one of the ones where it's like it's rough.
Oh yeah, like you can't press Knight or you can't press Phantom unless you're in the space where you can Phantom grab and then throw. But like,
And then it's still
yeah, because then you're running at him and he just presses Nair out of shield and like, oh
Yeah,
well,
I
now I
know.
don't have Phantom and now I'm in a combo.
So I doubt that they would lead the Zelda. I wouldn't be surprised by a Kazuya lead, and they could maybe possibly. I think the only time they took the lead in this game was with the Ness. No, the Ness lead might not be a bad idea, but it's very uncommon.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to agree. That I think the Nest lead is volatile at least.
That was their only character that they went up with in this matchup, so I don't think that the Nest lead is necessarily a bad idea. But again, it is a very uncommon lead because you lose the hard counterpick matchups that Ness has. Like,
Yeah.
especially if the character's running away with it, a Ness like counterpick is always like close out.
And furthermore, I mean, I think I'd be a little worried sending in the Nest because we know that we have two matchups that are pretty bad for Nest. Like, Hit does relatively well in the Nest, and Polly does relatively well in the Nest. So I think overall, I mean, it becomes much harder to really play into those matchups.
Kind of just hoping that we have a different, but obviously we're leading with the same thing. They are leading again with the Pikachu. Again, just kind of sticking out that matchup.
They still have to choose stages up here.
We do still have to choose stages, but they are that Pikachu. And obviously that will be a little bit different for the Pikachu. Again, he did lose that matchup last time. We're going to see if maybe he can make an adjustment, but again, Aiden seemed to do really well with that Pikachu. I want to see what we can do here, especially with Dark Arrow covering a little bit better on the Pikachu because of the Dark Arrow hitting. So I think that a little bit better. Maybe not even.
I don't know about that. It's always really hard to even imply 3-star leads just by virtue of it
It can always happen.
Something
always happens. But I will say, I think we definitely do have a great option here. Going into the Pikachu matchup. Obviously, Caden was very confident into it last time, picking his patent Sonic music, and going into game number 1 of match 2. Obviously, having the lead here is good for us. Gonna see what we can do.
It's definitely
here.
a confidence boost too, like being able to see, oh, we
We
won
beat
the
them.
first game. This team is beatable. Let's lock in and make sure we can end it off strong.
Here. Oh, it does still jump Dark Arrow.
Yeah,
Even though it's bigger. But I think he's just wanting the extra % from Dark Arrow. Oh, misses the lightning loop. He wanted it there. But
I think also something to note is that since Dark Arrow is a lot faster, it probably is going past T-Jolt a lot more.
Yeah, and you also have to respect.
Oh, and he misses
the up B recovery. That's we take those as we saw.
I mean, that's basically the same thing that just happened last time, except you know, it was a bit assisted.
Good job of stalling that recovery. Stalling out a down air and a down B. Good stuff. Ooh, a great. Oh, shields. I don't remember what that move's called.
Orbitals.
Orbitals. Yes, that's what it's called. I couldn't get down what it's called.
Using orbitals yet again to actually get past that back air as well.
Does read the spot dodge with that up smash. Wow, that is a Pikachu moment right there. Him low profiling the arrow.
Yeah. He is going to get caught by that down air.
Caught by that down air. Still an 18% lead can come back from this. Obviously, just having to play that confidence here. Good job not getting caught by that back air. Not wanting to get caught by a back air. We're out of lightning loops percentage now. No, we do get out of lightning loops percentage here. Yeah, obviously Pikachu having to respect that arrow a little bit more. No, that's right. It doesn't catch him with T-Jolt. It catches him crouching. Because it's bigger. Ooh, great follow-up there. I think maybe that was supposed to be an up smash, not an up tilt. Side B armor will do it.
You're definitely looking for the F smash right there. Not going to be able to find it with T-Jolt.
75 to 100 though. Again, going high and mixing up those high-low recoveries. The down smash doesn't low profile it.
Good a side B to get the armor.
Like that T-Bolt.
Right there, I like the patience right there, but we have to...
I think honestly... Ooh, good ups. Percentage that's gonna... I think not a bad option in this matchup currently would... If he throws out that empty hop T-Jolt, not a bad option here would be throwing out that side B. It is a reflector here, and with that armor, he does beat out a lot of options. A good job, again, stalling out that recovery.
He is going to get caught by the dash attack.
T-Jolt setting him up for the dash attack. 123 though on Pikachu. Obviously, and that'll do it. The falling back air from the platform.
Right there, I think that is one of the things you have to keep in mind with the T-Jolt use. Is that it will activate the side B too, so...
It becomes an active hitbox.
It does become an active hitbox, but it does also put an end lag. So it's important to kind of be mindful of that in here.
Great job jumping that T-Jolt. I think not a bad option would be to... Ooh, falling. Slow.
We're using all of our jumps here. We're using a lot of our resources just to kind of look for
good get up attack there.
Ooh, great platform smash. Because you just kind of dashing forward, looking to get something. Not gonna just get the up.
Not gonna fire off that down B. Scared of those orbs.
Gonna be an F throw. Because you're going to get a back air off the platform. This is a tough scenario to be in.
Tumble here.
Gonna be a back throw. We keep up our advantage state right now.
Quick attack in neutral.
Stuck in orbitals right now.
See the patented ESAM movement there that barely doesn't connect with that spike.
He's just looking for this F smash.
Fishing for something here.
Oh no! Pikachu gets the dash attack. Not gonna find it.
Not gonna do the. Stalling out the recovery so well.
Using two F tilts.
F tilts there.
Pikachu going to look for another up throw. Not gonna quite find it.
The high-low recovery. 42.
He's definitely fishing for these side Bs, and they're just not quite working out.
I think both players just fishing for a kill option there. Not having an early kill. Manchester will go down 1 stock against North Texas. We saw maybe the matchup a little bit less confident with the Dark Pit there. We saw maybe a little bit firing off those side Bs, just kind of looking for a kill confirm. We saw the Pikachu just throwing out a lot of F smash. A lot of those players, both towards the end, kind of just looking for a kill.
Yeah. And I think another thing of that is that, there are a lot of instances where the Pikachu was just kind of looking for a dash attack kill. And I think at that point, what we should be doing at a player is realizing, hey, he's looking for these dash attack kills. Let's shield, block it, and then do an up smash. Up smash out of shield, because that, I don't know how fast it is, but it's definitely fast enough to kill Pika.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of those T-jolts with the follow-up of the dash attack on shield. We weren't getting a lot of punishes out of that either. We will have to send in something for the Pikachu here. I wouldn't barely be surprised to see maybe Apollo, because she does the best matchup chart of what are. Apollo here does have the best when it comes to a matchup spread into a Zelda and a NES follow-up. Maybe not the best of a Kazuya follow-up, but a better Kazuya follow-up than...
What if it's maybe a Ryu angle? I think, honestly, Corbin might be a really strong play here. I really do think that their team doesn't exactly counter Corbin especially too hard.
I think really their best option is character Aegis. But
they're actually sending AJ in.
They are sending the Paolo in, like I talked about, obviously having the best characters. Not having as good of a matchup spread into something possibly like a just to see kind of what we're gonna do with a lot of matchups. Only 1 stock. It's kind of hard to tell what we're gonna go here.
I mean, at this point, the thing is that no matter who goes in, it is going to be a counter pick war. So it should be the player who is most confident going into it. And as well, on top of that, if they are confident into as many matchups, they need to be confident in the important as well. So, or not the important matchups, but the team needs to be confident of, okay, we use this player now. Who is this player supposed to counterpick normally, and what is our option against them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we definitely have to. We're gonna have to definitely see what we can do for a lot of things. We will have to obviously figure out what we for the following Kazuya, because inevitably they probably will send best match.
Well, I mean, better than
NES and Zelda, but
compared to Kazuya Prestige. Oh, H is so much better. Palu, yeah. The issue with Kazuya is that Kazuya is very reliant on getting his hits in, and I think Palu is able to play at a range. The big thing that that Kazuya has is, of course, rage drive as a way to force himself in. But honestly, at that point, play at a range where you can bait it out, and then you move as though you're going to back air, and then you just dash away, dash back in, grab, down throw there, and then he dies. And also Kazuya disadvantages. Maybe one of the worst in the game.
Yeah, worse than Aegis by a mile. Obviously, Aegis having the top tier privilege of everyone in the cast would get hit by this except Mithra, because she didn't feel like it today.
But because Foresight is a very funny,
because she didn't feel like it today.
But honestly, at that point, then that becomes a question of, okay, well, now you're air dodge, and now you get spiked because I've read that you're going to air dodge. So it's always kind of tricky.
For
Looks like the screen.
what's going on?
We're gonna go out and
I don't know what's
I'll
happening
go
right
and,
now with the stream. Apologize for any production issues, obviously. All right, see the taking so long. Matches here. But again, as always, thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for coming out. We always enjoy streaming these matches for you guys. Again, want to keep up to date with us. This is going to be our last week of NACE, and then we're going to be heading into the playoffs here. So, obviously, stay tuned for that. We'll be going into it with a pretty good record. So, we're going to see what we can do here for playoffs in the coming week. But Camden, you know what's happening? I got an I don't know from Camden. Oh. I don't know. I just what happened?
So, the internet in the lab is unplayable for us. And they were feeling a lot of delay, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I knew I knew going in that they were having issues with the internet. So we are still live right now. We are not going to be live for much longer. They are dropping everything and they are going to move off campus to finish the game.
All right.
So-
So we're moving off campus to finish the game. Again, we apologize for the production issues. But we
Manchester University online.
yeah. Again, and we do thank you guys for coming out. Again, we apologize for any of the production issues. To keep us up to date on the games, we'll post results on social media. You'll know who's doing well, what's happening, and then what we're going to be doing going into next week with playoffs. Again, we appreciate you guys coming out for the stream. I've been Thomas, your boy TJ. Obviously, Matthew, Wyatt,
Also known as Grimbo.
also Grimbo.
You full named me.
Matthew
full
Grimbo
named
Wyatt?
me.
Fine. I can do Thomas Jennings.
It's
I can
don't
sign
care.
out with that.
I don't care.
But again,
I don't care.
keep up to date with our social medias. Again, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for you guys for coming out. Apologize we couldn't give you the full game. So stay tuned for the following game. Really appreciate it. Have a good one, you guys.
As well.